Well, I go by Chucky Beatz. I was raised in Watts, and I moved out here to Norwalk when I was like 16, 17 years old. I've pretty much just been making music, making beats. Like on FL Studio, that's where I started, like in 8th grade and shit. I play guitar too, so I've been in bands, like metal music. I'm into all that shit, so it's a lot of the type of shit that I do, like not only make beats. Yeah, like one of my favorite bands is System of a Down, so like a lot of my influence, like a lot of the shit that I started doing was because of that. Like I picked up a guitar because of the fucking band, so and since then, since I was like 11, 12, I just been in the backyard playing Slayer, shit like that. Well, honestly, one of my cousins, shout out to my cousin Josue, he put me on that Blue Dream and Lean mixtape from Juicy J. And that's the first time I ever heard like some like dark 808 type beats. And when I heard it, like I looked up the producer and it was Lex Luger. And I'm like, damn, like that's crazy. Like I didn't even know like you can even make beats like that. So I tripped out. So I remember that's when the YouTube thing started coming up. Like the whole YouTube era was like, you know, coming up and people were actually making music on there. And I remember I looked up a video of like Lex Luger making beats, and I just started like just watching the shit, just watching how he did his shit. And honestly, like I didn't even know you can make that shit on FL Studio. So I had already kind of had experience in it, and then just like, you know, watching Lex Luger, like it just kind of made it a rap. I just started doing that shit. So, you know, like thanks to YouTube, you know, for all that. Well, I know with this producing shit, you gotta have a lot of patience. You know, you gotta wait around on a lot of stuff. So if you don't want to wait around, just make shit happen. Become a rapper yourself or something, because you know, that's a lot of shit that it comes with. It comes with a lot of bullshit. So, you know, I always tell people, like, if you're gonna be producing, like, just make sure you're having fun. Like, don't look at it as a job, because once you do that, like, you're not gonna want to produce. You're not gonna want to do that. And then, something I had to change, like, about myself is being patient. Being patient and just making sure that, you know, when you feel like you're giving up or something like that, you stop yourself from, you know, you have to be kind of optimistic, like a lot, you know. Like even though you think you're not doing something, the little that you do is already going towards that. It's just something you always got to remember, like as you go by the time, like, you just got to remember, you know, at least make it a beat today, so tomorrow I'll make another one, you know, just adding up to it. And I'll just create something, a melody, and then from there I just add the drums and all that type of shit. So it really only takes me like 10 minutes, 15 minutes to cook something up, but to cook something up solid, that takes like at least like 20, 25 minutes, you know. But I really like building with an artist more than anything. I could make beats all day, but you know, when you're actually making it with an artist, like it's a whole different ballgame. That shit is a whole different, it's a way different vibe, way different energy. Work with, you know, like one of the most prolific ones is like, you know, when like it's Joey and then him and ASAP Rocky, you know, and working with them and shit. That's just like another thing. Like it's a whole different, you know, like, and you really like you see the difference between working with an already established artist and, you know, someone, you know, local and shit, or one of your homies and shit. Like it's a way different thing. Like those motherfuckers know what they want, you know, so, yeah. You know, it's like you can't really tell them what to do. You can't really, like, sometimes you just gotta sit there and just press record and let them do their shit. Well, other artists, you can actually sit there and, you know, take your time and, you know, but that's really how it is. Like, it just depends on who you're working with, you know, at the end of the day. I mean, I work with a lot of artists already, so it's not really so specific, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like I could make good music with anybody and shit, you know? Like, it just has to be the right time. Like, I gotta know them and shit like that. Like, I can make a whole tape with anybody and shit, but, you know, it just has to be the right thing. Like, it has to be the right move and shit. Well, a lot of my beats, like the sound that I put out, like, it's always like dark. So I like putting eerie sounding stuff like behind like a, you know, say like a regular beat that I make. Like, I gotta add something that just throws it off, you know, just gives it that eerie sound and shit. Yeah. It just really depends, like, you know, the mood I'm in, you know, like whatever beat I'm making, like a lot of the beats that I make, like, I just have that bounce, like, you know, like a jungle type bounce, and, you know, with a dark tone to it and shit. But I have yet, like, to, you know, figure, like, I'm really versatile with my sound, so it's kind of hard to pinpoint something, you know, like exactly that I do, because I could just do a lot of genre of beats, you know. As far as this whole music shit, I've worked with a lot of my favorite artists, that I consider like friends and shit like that. Like everything I've learned from this, like, experience, you know, musically, it's just that, like, at the end of the day, like, you just really gotta be devoted to it and take it, roll with the punches, you know what I mean? Like, I hope one day, you know, like, I do, you know, come up with, you know, like a team and shit like that where everyone can see that, you know, like the people that I work with, that some of my favorite people, artists and shit like that, come together, you know, and do something sick. You know what I mean? Like, it's, I mean, from here and out, like, I just hope, you know, that everything, you know, plays out like it, you know, how I'm thinking it's gonna play out. But, you know, you never know what can happen. Like, a lot of shit can happen. Like, tomorrow something can happen. It's just crazy. Like, crazy shit happens all the time, you know. So I always look forward to tomorrow and shit, and just, you know, hoping that, you know, I just wake up and shit, like that type of shit. So, I mean, as far as like my music, I'm kind of proud of what I've done so far. But I know damn well there's more where that came from. So I'm just gonna keep on going, like, keep on going till, you know, I can almost. So, you know, just pretty much what, you know, I look forward to and shit. Like, just hopefully just establishing like something as a team, as a whole, you know, as a sound and shit like that. You know, like with people that I love being around. You know, because I think that's all that it's about, really. You know, just being around people you like being around and just making good music.